Okay. Do a little video here. Sweet. Alright, good afternoon. Richard Nikoley, freetheanimal.com, and I'm in Onang in Krabi province in Thailand. It's not an island, it's on the mainland. You can look it up. It's famous for its unbelievable geography, and I'll have to look that up when I put this in the next newsletter. But anyway, here, let me give you, here's where I'm sitting. You see this rock outcropping. They're all over the place, and that's a wall. Pretty amazing. I looked far and well, I walked down this whole beach, probably about a kilometer, maybe a little bit less, to look for just the spot, and I didn't find it till I got right to almost to the end. I'm like just literally 100 meters from the end. So keep looking. I guess that's a lesson. So this is part of my no reservations travel. I've been blogging about it, but doing other stuff. So increasingly, I'm not going to let it get in the way of my blogging about other substantive issues. It's going to always be a mix-up. That's the way I prefer it. I was telling somebody today who emailed me about my last newsletter, and he saying, it was like back in the day, reading my Facebook feed. If you just went to my place and looked at everything I posted, or my Twitter feed or something like that, which is very always eclectic. It's designed to be that way. I'm not one of these people who every post is about God, every post is about the Republican Party, or every post is about the Second Amendment, or every post is about abortion. Just like tunnel vision, narrow focused morons, or at best just highly what's the word, just singular specialized people, right? Pretty much useless kind of people. I'm not going to be kind to people today, because what I want to talk about is something I hadn't talked with this British friend of mine, Andy Curzon. He's in, we did some videos together way back, and we're talking about doing another one. He rang me out of the blue last evening. I haven't spoken with him in over a year. He got miffed at me because I was so fucking pissed off about COVID. Now here I go, because there was a time where there was almost COVIDiocy, let's call it, because there's almost a time where there was nothing else I talked about, because that sucked all the air out of the room, and there was really nothing else to talk about, because it permeated every minute of everybody's lives 24/7. All right, and it was like astounding what was going on. And so anyway, Andy's like, I want to do another discussions, we call them. So sure, anytime. So see what happens. And I followed up. I said, here in Onang, and I'm staying at actually a hostel, but they have the dormitory rooms and they have the private rooms, and I got a private room. I don't want to stay with a bunch of, oh God, I'm going to get started here. All right, so I told him, I said, I'm sitting here, I was having a coffee, it's in the late evening, and it's one of those times where minivan after minivan is arriving, packed with young people, and they're Euros. I mean, Thailand is predominantly a Euro tourist destination place, because of its, you know, Americans go to like Bahamas and Mexico and Hawaii and shit like that because the flights aren't forever and ever and ever. You know, from America, it takes upwards of 40 hours to get here, you know, from the time you leave. So it's a long, arduous trek. So anyway, I watched these, and I remarked to him, I said, it's remarkable how there's just no meaningful distinction between the males and females in these groups, except for the outwardly obvious ones. You know, if you somehow couldn't see that some have breasts and some don't, and that you know, all the trappings look a little bit more feminine, you wouldn't really, the behavior and whatever, and I find it appalling, really. And there's so many things that tie into it. If you look at what was it? One of the Texas universities, I don't know, Texas something at Austin, I think, wherever, San Antonio, who knows? It's like, these, I guess you call them Gen Zers or something like that. For governor, they voted like it was 89%, virtually 90%, 10% for Beto O'Rourke versus Abbott. Now, you know, not a particular Republican Abbott fan here nor there, but at least he appears to be a reasonably competent governor of a substantial state, and he pushed back, but not all, but a lot of the COVID stuff. Not as good as Ron DeSantis of Florida, but he did a lot more than most other states. It was kind of like the DeSantis and Abbott show, or Abbott and DeSantis, whichever way you want to put it, as the places to be during COVID, right? If you didn't want your life to be totally and completely turned upside down. So there's that. But you know, and then the thing with this tweet from this chick, stupid chick, is oh, watch out, we're coming. Oh yeah, fucking. You know what? How I think of that? Children are meant to be seen and not heard. It's like, shut the fuck up. You know, I look around and I see this shit, and I was in PP, which is another island where all these youngins come, and it's like, my God, were we so devoid of fun when we were that age? I mean, there isn't a drop of sexual tension in the air. There's all these females and males together. They're all like on a girls' weekend or some shit. What the fuck? You know, nothing. It's like they're its and they're blobs. And, you know, at this age, their hormones should be raging, right? They should be going out and getting drunk and doing things they regret that night. Nope. You know, it's they're all woke and responsible now, you know. And you know, it's I could go on. And then the obesity. Oh, my God. I say, even at that age, and you're talking young, you're talking early 20-somethings for the most part, you know. And it's a good 7 out of 10 of the women are substantially overweight. We're talking 10 kilos, 20 pounds, 22 pounds to be exact. And there's a good 3 to 4 out of 10 that are clinically obese. At 21, 22, 23 years old, what the fuck? It's like, no, you know, maybe that's why the dudes are so androgynous, or else it's just this Euro pussy thing. I don't know. You know, here's, you know, I think of you know, that people confuse what gentlemanliness is, right? Gentlemanliness is a restraint on your masculine animal nature in your comportment, behavior, and treatment of women and being around women. And it's a spectrum from the clumsy oaf who does his best to hide that rough manliness and masculinity to the ones who have perfected it as an art called the art of manliness or the art of gentlemanliness, right? James Bond being a perfect example. I mean, but the difference between the two, between that clumsy oaf and the gentleman, is simply practice. Practice makes perfect, you know, and focus and developing techniques and skills and stuff like that. But underneath, they're both men. They're both masculine men. So, and you don't see much of that around anymore. You know, you see some guys well developed, they do their boxing training or they do the gyms, whatnot, and they get all their tattoos. The ones with lots of tattoos I call peacocks. Yeah, I was out last night and see both PP and here in Aonang, there are these young people, primarily tourist destinations. It's either the college age set or it's young couples predominantly. And you won't find a single bar with any Thai girls working in them. You won't find any freelancers on the street. Nothing, you know. Because it's like you're attending this religious revival of wokeism or something. You just get that sense. There's no sexual tension. There's nothing, you know. From my age back then, you know, you're more likely for women to say, hey, yeah, go, you know, go out and have some fun, come back home, you know, knowing they'll get the benefit of that sexual tension that gets built up. But I don't know if these people even ever have sex. It's like, there's no outward appearance that they do, right? It's dismal. It's dismal, and it's the fault of the males, because they're trying to appeal to females. You don't do that. You be a male, and that the shit takes care of itself. You be a man, you be a male, you be masculine, and that shit takes care of itself. You don't try to be what she wants, right? That's what, you know what she wants, what she thinks she wants? A gay boyfriend. Don't be a gay boyfriend. All right. What else can I say? Well, let's put this one in the can, and if I think of something else, I'll just do some addendum or something like that. But I primarily wanted to get something on video so you could see how cool this is and where I am. And you know, I'm loving this. It's going to be a lot of travel, but just to reiterate, I want to do these videos. I want them as adjuncts to my posts and whatnot. But I think I think hopefully those of you who weren't too keen on the videos, you're probably not even going to hear this because you don't like my videos, but see that I'm putting a lot of effort into the written part of it. And look, and the video is just an add-on. You can use it or you don't, you know, up to you, as they say here, which, by the way, there's a bar here named Up to You Bar. Anybody who's ever been around Thai chicks for any amount of time at all will understand exactly what I'm talking about there. So when you ask them something very often, up to you, up to you. Okay, that'll do it. Bye.